Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Do you know what is the most important thing when an employer recruits an employee for a job? Do you know what is the significant quality Do you know what is the most important quality one needs to have in order to advance their career? Dear friends, we all are professionals, either medical, technical, or some other fields. In order to improve in our career or progress in our career, it is very important that we should have good communication skills and leadership skills. We know we all are came from the background of India. There, basically, we give least priority for communication skills and leadership skills. Here in Toastmasters, we help, support, and encourage others to improve their communication skills. So, let us work together, let us grow together, let us empower ourselves. So today, in order to support our members, the members of the community, we have Gavel Club to support the students, and Maria, Priya, and Shali is planning to form a ladies' wing in order to support our Muslim mothers. And today we have Toastmasters district officers with us, and our members will explain the operations and activities of Toastmasters team. And you will have an opportunity to see the improvement we made during the last 1.5 years of our Toastmasters activities. So having said that, I would like to move forward with my responsibility. So today we have the district members with us. Manny, he was the ex-district director. Then Kadian, the division director. Annette Damendonsa, the division director, area director. Then to speak about Toastmasters experience, Monica Madai is with us. So I heartily welcome you all. Then our guest. You are the most important people today. I am sure that you will have an exciting experience from attending today. I would like to request you to join Toastmasters and enjoy and take the benefit of Toastmasters platform. I welcome you all for today's open house. Last but not least, Gavel Club members, St. Thomas Toastmasters members, I welcome you all. So I hope you all will have an exciting experience and get an exposure to understand the activities and operations of Toastmasters. Thank you very much. Today, Basically, today's meeting is conducted or chaired by the Toastmaster. We have James George as our Toastmaster of the day today. He has been with the club since the beginning. Now he is serving as the secretary of the club. I would like to invite James George to chair today's meeting.
George already addressed each of you all individually, so I will not refer to you to everyone individually. But I would like to welcome you all to this open house. This is our first ever open house, and the goal of this open house is to encourage new members to join and be part of the club, and to show you the benefits of joining the Toastmasters Club. I'd like to begin by asking you a question. Can any of you think of what is the fastest thing that a human being can experience? Maybe just, what's the fastest thing that a human being can experience?
Smell?
There's light. There's light, but
All right.
but there's something that cannot be objectively measured, and that is actually something called your thoughts. So you can think you're on the moon and actually get there. I would like to give you guys a little bit of a thought exercise. Think for a little bit, that you're in heaven. What do you see there? Just look around you. If you think you're in heaven, what would you see around you? James. I hope so.
You hope it was a heaven.
Even though, now that just shows you the power of thoughts. Even though you might be light years away from heaven, you can actually imagine yourself being in heaven. That was just a little bit of a joke. I know it's a little bit tough with the light years and all that stuff. Right? But I want to actually jog your thoughts a little bit and take you back to the time of Moses, thousands and thousands of years ago. Our biblical ancestor Moses, right? Out in the desert, when our God called to him and said, "Lead my people out of slavery, out of Egypt," he said, "Sorry, I don't think I can actually lead your people because I stammer. I don't think I have good communication skills." He might have not used the same exact words, but even thousands of years ago, there was this fear of public speaking. Now here in St. Thomas Church, as the spiritual descendants and worshipping that same God that Moses worshipped, that St. Thomas Church gives us this Toastmasters Club to improve our public speaking and communication skills. So again, I welcome you all to be part of this journey. And so we'd like to start this meeting first with the explanation of duties. And we have a special person here today who will actually be delivering the joke of the day. So the first role is that of Annette Di Mendonca, who will be delivering the joke of the day. I invite Annette.
First joke. What is the blood type of most communicators? Be positive. And one more joke. A customer purchased an item in an Italian shop. And as she paid for it, the owner of the shop said, "Grazie." Now, to show that owner that she knew some Italian, she remembered "You're welcome." It was a pasta sauce, the name of a pasta sauce. So she said, "Ragu." As she left the store, she said, "Oh my God, it's Prego."
Thanks, Annette. That was this was a fun joke. I saw everybody smiling. More smiles than my jokes. So So next up is John. I invite him to deliver the word of the day. John, check the word.
Thank you, everyone. My name is John. So I'll be delivering the word of the day today. So the word of the day is mitigate, right? So what mitigate means is to become less harsh or hostile. And used in a sentence, we have, in recent years, crop growers have mitigated harsh growing conditions by using new and improved types of fertilizer. So delivering the word of the day is one of my jobs as grammarian. Now, the other jobs include making sure that the speakers have proper grammar and that their sentences are fluid and precise. So other than that, I just came here to talk about Gavel Club really shortly. So Gavel Club is intended for people who aren't of the age of Toastmasters. So Toastmasters is for people above 18 and Gavel Club is for younger people. So in today's world, public speaking is an essential skill, right? So for our students in this church going off to college, we want to make sure that they're adept of handling the skills of people in the real world. So we have Gavel Club, which is open from grade 7 to 12. And what we want to do is foster public speaking and leadership skills. So I have a sign-up sheet that I'll place there. So if you're interested in signing up your kids for Gavel Club, please put your name down and your email address.
Thank you, John. Thank you. We have our Reverend Father Liggery here. I'd like Father to come forward and give us a short prayer. We're extremely grateful to Father Liggery because he actually gave us the blessing to start this club and allow us to develop our skills. So he continues to encourage us in these endeavors. So thank you, Father Liggery.
Thank you. First of all, I welcome you all to this St. Thomas Toastmasters-Open Catholic Church. And as John said, it's a wonderful skill that we all have to have. I think you can follow me, so that is easier. If I'm unable to communicate, then it's very hard. I'm standing here, I'm communicating, but you are not getting, that's a problem. But when we are properly using the words, properly communicating, it's a skill which we all need. Sometimes we all are learned, but unfortunately sometimes we may not be able to communicate the skill. I have heard about some professors, they all are having 1 or 2 doctorates or master's degrees, but unfortunately they are unable to teach in the right, proper way. So these all are not simply that we are getting by the way of having our education, but this is something that we have to develop. So as a part of a church, as a community, this Gavel Club as well as Toastmasters Club that's functioning here, I welcome you all, and also I thank all those who took initiative for bringing up to this community. So once again, I thank you, and if you don't mind, please stand. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. God, our loving Father, we thank you for all the blessings. Lord, you taught us many, many things, and often these are told as a part of your discourses. Lord, whenever we are communicating our messages, whenever we are communicating with our fellow brothers and sisters, we may politely, gently, or lovingly communicate and talk so that we may keep the spirit of love, kindness, patience, and all that we need in order to live in this world peacefully with the love that you taught us, loving one another. Mother Mary, intercede for us. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God the Father and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all, now, always, and forever. Amen. Thank you.
Thanks, Father.
Thank you. Sorry, I have to leave.
And I believe we have Peggy on the side, so welcome, Peggy. So we move forward with the explanation of duties. We have an arm counter role, so I invite Roy to give the definition of the arm counter role.
Good afternoon. What's serious participation in non-coming meeting as well? So my role is to carefully listen your speeches, and then note down if you are using filler words, or things like that. So idea is next time when the same speaker come back, they will try to mitigate this. Word of the day, I don't know if you guys know it or not. It's the word of the day, and we are supposed to use the word in each of those things. So then, when the meeting, after all the speeches, then I will come back and give a count of how many words were used. So today I don't know whether I'll be presenting that because we have 5 or 6 speeches today lined up. So otherwise, these are all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have the role of timer. I invite Viju to explain the role.
Hey, being a good communicator is it's very important to communicate precisely and in time, right? So for that, as a timer, my role is to make sure that you know that what is the time limit for your speech, and make sure that you get indication in such a way, like I show you a green light that shows you that you have about 2 minutes to finish your speech. And when I show a yellow flag, it says it's around 1 minute to finish your speech, and when I show a red, it gives you the time you're up to your time, and you have to finish your speech. So the timer. The time is different for the different types of speeches, but most of the speeches today we will have 5 to 7 minutes, and at the 5th minute I will show the green, and at the 7 I will show the red. That's it. Thank you.
Now with that, we'll move on to the speaking part of the section. Everybody here is obviously here the different speakers that we have. And so our first speaker today is Monica Mada. Monica is working as a senior systems engineer and project lead at Legrand, and she's also an active participant of the Raritan Toastmasters Club. I welcome Monica for her speech here. It is Toastmasters again.
So, this is how I spoke before I joined Toastmasters. I never wanted to be called to speak at any event. You would never see me sitting up front for the fear of being called. I would be that person sitting at the back of the room. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I will share with you today how I overcame the fear of public speaking, expanding and improving my vocabulary, and speaking impromptu. How many of you here have sometimes something to say, but do not know how to say? That's me. How many of you are nervous to speak in front of the group of people? And also fear that you'll be judged. That's me. How many of you are nervous to that extent and lack confidence simply to speak? That's me. When I joined Toastmasters, I used to speak for a minute or two, just to get out of my shell. Every time I spoke, I overcame that fear, and slowly the fear waned. When I visited the Toastmasters meeting, I realized everyone there was for the same reason, and nobody judged me. They assigned me a mentor, that's Annette. She supported me and she guided me to grow. As I participated, I realized I gained that self-confidence. Like some of you here in this meeting, English is my second language. I think in my mother tongue. And that's why I convert the words that come out of my thoughts into English. And many of you will agree with this. While doing so, it created a lot of confusion in my head because I lacked the ability of putting this all into proper sentences. I learned through the feedback of my grammarian and my speech evaluator. And at every meeting, I started improving. Now, I wanted to participate more and more. Who would like to be on the spot to speak? Not me. And I still don't like it. But my work is in progress. Whenever I was called in meetings with a short notice, usually Annette does that too, I would be so nervous. I didn't want to speak. Sometimes I would go there and just freeze. But through my participation, taking up different roles in the Toastmasters meetings, I conquered that fear and gained the self-confidence. As I gained self-confidence, I wanted to speak more. Sometimes I speak more than I should be. And I realize I don't want to sit at the background. I want to be right here in the front. That's the kind of confidence I have today. For me, Toastmasters is a journey that I want to explore, and I have decided to explore it. I do not know where this is going to take me, but it is an exciting journey that has